Coaches, Rick Stewart of All Access Coaching. I'm really excited to bring you this free video, and make sure you hit the subscribe and like button down below. And if you hit the like and subscribe button, you'll get notified when we upload new content. We're uploading 3 or 4 videos every week.
All right, so the vertical passing game, simple stuff, simple stuff. Okay, so they have landmarks. Okay, so bottom of the numbers, hash, all right, back to the field, to the boundary, however you want to set them, really depends on game plan, how we approach it, whether we check him down or we flare him, or we could do angle route, we could do all kinds of stuff with the vertical passing game. But you see 2 sets of arrows with each one of the guys. Okay? So you have the vertical. We don't pigeonhole ourselves to always running the ball straight down the field. I made that mistake. I told you about those good receivers that we had. I made that mistake. Sam James could beat anybody in the state one-on-one. He was really good, and he beat it just about anybody in that West Virginia played this past year also. So he's playing up at West Virginia. He's going to have a long career if he stays on course. We pigeonholed ourselves because guess what? When that cat's running 4-3 this way, there aren't too many guys that are going to line up right here and let him run 4-3. They're going to line up down there and force you to throw the ball into traffic. And so what we've done is we've grown and we've evolved the way that we do our core vertical concept. Okay? The key is trying to hit all of these landmarks all the time. All the time. Not some of the time. Not, hey, man, hey, listen, route adjust and get in here and no. Where's your landmark? You better catch that thing at the bottom of the numbers. You better work that numbers to the boundary, releasing for that ball. But the second arrow, so you see the vertical arrow, the second arrow is when you have a ceiling, okay? And I believe, I'll talk about it here in just a second. So, the ceiling, okay? So, where the defender's lined up. If I can't beat them over the top, can we route adjust in mid-route and be able to throw something underneath? Okay? So we could call a play, one play in our offense, we could call it 7 times in a row, and it looked completely different. Them cats are drawing up 7 different cards. You know why? It's because they're defensive guys. Yeah? Love brothers who defensive. Like, damn defensive. Go have fun drawing your cards over there. It's the same damn play every time. But so you know, if that guy runs a stop, 3 verticals, that's a card. Stop, 2 verticals, that's a card. You know, like they're just drawing. Etch and sketch, baby. But while we're figuring out ways to cap those guys and get them going, 3 by 1. You notice it doesn't change. So landmarks stay the same. So I talked about our guys and the letters and the landmarks where we want them to go. When we talk about our formations, we've only got one formation that breaks the lingo. We got one formation, okay, and it's our tight end trips. Tight end trips opposite. That's the only one that breaks it. But everything else, we're able to use our core vertical passing game, streamline the communication, and they know exactly where they're going, whether that Y lines up on the right or the left, we still get to that same point, still reading the same defender, still making the same play. Period. Guys, that's simple when you think about it. It's really simple to coach. And I tell you what, when our players, and that light bulb goes off and they're like, really? It becomes fun. It becomes fun. Now you got those guys in mid-route just doing a little something and messing with them, working on getting their hips flipped, and they know that that ceiling's up there where we set that ceiling, and it's different for different teams. It's different for different players. Okay? So we try not to use it, I'm putting it in a general term, but man, 4.2 is a lot faster than 4.9, 5.1, which is a lot of our guys that we got at Richmond Hill. Okay? And so we can adjust that.
The ceiling that we set is a pre-snap ceiling. So wherever we set it, whether it's 5 yards, 7 yards, or whatever, we do that determine, the player is determined. So the quarterback already knows that if the DB's at 8 yards, I'm capping it, or I'm setting the ceiling set right here, and I'm sitting down. It's all pre-snap for our outside guys. Our inside guys are a little bit different. I'm going to take you through. So a lot of these, we were mainly 12 personnel this year, not because we wanted to be, necessarily by philosophy, but because was what was best for us. So right here, all we're trying to do is we saw a lot of zero this year. We ran the ball a ton, probably 80% of the time, and we saw a lot of cover zero. So the question is, how do you beat it? Well, you get your two best players out there and try to isolate them one-on-one. So their landmark is the numbers. So we're taking the landmark right here. This week, this Alatoona, they're really, really well coached. Really well coached. They set the ceiling, and they didn't let you beat the ceiling. So he steps up out here. He's pressed. Okay, he's a hard head now. He don't want to listen. He wants to do his own thing sometimes. All right, but he's a really good player. But he started believing us as game 14 finally, and he knew he was capped. He knew he was capped off right there. So you watch him right here. We're gonna get a back shoulder. Okay, they got really good at this right here. Now this kid, the linebacker got in his way, so he floated it. We don't normally like that. And he saw it, but you can see where he fits it in. All right, so here it is, same exact play. Now we got press. All right, we're in the red zone, so we work red zone once on Tuesday. That's all we throw. We throw 7-on-7 in the red zone. We do practice in the red zone. We're only in the red zone on Tuesday. And so he knows this is a goal line fade right here. Again, we got to get better at releases. That's not bad. It's probably the best one he had all year. And fortunately, the DB does fall, but he locates that ball. We're telling him to throw it just inside the pylon type deal. See if he uses he does in a minute. So if you look at the quarterback, watch his first step. He's not processing as fast as I'd like him to, but he's trying to hold this guy for just a hair. Even though it's too high, it's a one-on-one ball right here, right? So he's throwing this so much, he catch it, he's going to look complete opposite direction. This is the only time we look opposite direction. And the reason he's doing that is I want them to freeze for half a second so that safety can't go help out as quickly. Okay? Because then they're all going to freeze. And he's going to do it. You'll see it here in a minute. It's really good.
He's one of those guys that understands, like, he can make a no call. But when you're developing quarterbacks, you try to teach them, hey, man, let's just focus on that area. But, man, he was really good at working and popping back and locating.
Coaches, I really hope you got some great information from that YouTube video. Again, hit the subscribe and like button down below. It gives us valuable data. And you also get notified when I upload new content to this channel. Thanks for watching, coaches.